Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
.55 degrees outside. A few clouds floating around now this morning. Boy, that shirt you have on, I'm going to tell you something about it. It makes you know what? It shows your muscles.
Really?
Highlights your big muscles.
I think it shows that have added a few pounds. But
no, I'm looking at the biceps, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, look at them. They're big.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow.
I'll tell you what, man.
And it's the green, I think, that does it, that light green.
Yeah, you
mixed
kind of
in.
like that, do you?
Yeah. Sharp, man.
Well, thanks, Dave. Always appreciate the heartfelt compliment as we get started in the morning.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Only the truth, my friend. Only the truth.
Thank you.
Boy, do we have a show lined up for you. We have a list of guests coming into the studio as long as Brent's arm. That's pretty long. And also, we'll be having a couple of remotes from Ansley this morning as well. Sun Valley Landscaping and Livia's Boutique are going to be our guests. And it's going to be Facebook Live as well and on the radio.
Good.
Gavin and Christy are going to go down. Speaking of Christy, a little disappointed yesterday.
Oh?
Yeah, real quick. I just by coincidence got behind Christy in the fast food line at a restaurant yesterday.
Oh, okay. She was in front of you.
Yeah.
Getting something to eat.
Yes, all the way through town, she was ahead of me, and lo and behold, we went to the same wonderful fast food place to catch something to eat.
Huh?
And I just knew, being behind her, that you know how a lot of people will go ahead and buy the person's meal behind them.
Well, sure, yeah.
I thought she would do that,
and
she did not. Not only was it disappointing, it kind of hurt my feelers.
Well, there's two ways to look at this. Number one, she didn't know it was you behind her. Number two, she did know it was you behind her.
I think it's number two.
So there's kind of two ways to look at that.
I'm pretty sure number two is what
yeah.
that's all about. That's all right. If I'm in front of Christy, I'll buy her a meal.
Now there right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what we need more of in America. You know, instead of holding a grudge, instead of being upset about it, Dave's like, hey, you know what? If I ever notice myself in front of her in the line, I'm going to buy her lunch. I like that.
Well, there's a danger to this, because if she happens to be listening, which sometimes she does, if that ever happens and she's behind, she's going to order up big.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I don't have any birthdays today locally that were sent in this morning. But if you're celebrating a birthday today, you're celebrating with Prince Harry.
Oh.
Prince is 37 today. The Duke of Sussex and brother to Prince William gave up his royal roles recently, now married and with kids, and lives in the States, just like us. Tom Hardy is 44 today.
Actor.
You know that because he's in your arena, Marvels. He played Venom.
Yes.
In The Dark Knight Rises also. Tommy Lee Jones, 75 today. He's been in many movies. And Gaylord Perry.
Ah, the pitcher.
83 today.
Wow.
Hall of Fame pitcher, best known for his spitballs.
I was just going to say, he was the one that threw the spitball, if I remember right.
Played 22 years in the majors. So if you're celebrating a birthday today, those are some of the fine people that you're celebrating with. Happy birthday to you. It's also... Go ahead.
I'm sorry, was Gaylord Perry he was the strikeout king for just a little while, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
Back in the day, he and Nolan Ryan were kind of going back and forth, weren't they? And then Nolan passed him. I know that, obviously.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like when I was growing up, there was a big talk about who the strikeout king was, and Gaylord Perry was getting up there in age, but he was right there. It seems to me.
It could be.
I don't know.
Nolan Ryan was known in his early years for being wild. He threw real hard, but he didn't have a lot of control at times, and he didn't have a curveball. He just only had the fastball. As time went along, he got really effective when he could throw that big sweeping curve off of that 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Now everybody's throwing 95 to 100.
Yeah.
It's not everybody, but a lot of them are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. If they're throwing in the 80s, they're considered slow.
They are a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're considered finesse pitchers when they throw in the 80s, throwing junk.
Yes.
Change-ups of 78 miles an hour. That's crazy. All right. Couple things here, real quick. Don't forget about the Pink Volleyball Triangular in Myrna on September 21st. We'll be talking more about that as that gets closer, and we'll be broadcasting those as well, the way I understand it.
We will, yep.
That's at 5 p.m. The teams will be Anselmo Myrna, South Loop, Elm Creek, and they're going to raise some money to go towards cancer research. Everybody's all for that. Those who attend will receive a free T-shirt while supplies last. Jerseys will be raffled off, and the Anselmo Myrna Booster Club will be serving a free barbecue to those who attend. Additional items will also be available to purchase. So put that on your calendar, September 21st, volleyball and a fundraiser. And let's see, what else? I think we can move along to the school lunch menus this morning. We have Mike Evans coming in here in just a little bit.
All right, let's start you off at Loop City today, where they'll be featuring hamburgers or hot dogs with baked beans at Loop City today.
Hey, good morning to Denise. She's watching, and she sent us a note on the little note box there. So you have a great day, too, as well, Denise. Tell Kent hi. Sandhills Schools at Dunning. This is the 15th, and today they're having sliced ham, scalloped potatoes, mixed veggies.
Broken Bow today, beefy taco in a bag, fresh-baked combo sub, or chef salad with roasted flatbread. The choices today at Broken Bow Middle and High School.
SEM today. Is today Wednesday?
It is, Wednesday the 15th.
Today they're having hot beef, sundae, and corn.
Okay. Today at Arnold, looks like ham slices and mashed potatoes at Arnold today.
Beef and noodles at Arcadia.
All right, moving to Ansley today, looks like ravioli for Ansley.
Litchfield, popcorn chicken, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
All right, my last one takes us to Thetford, where they'll be having a hot ham and cheese at Thetford today.
At Callaway today, boneless wings. And at Anselmo Myrna, they're having beefy taco in a bag as well, an oven-roasted hot dog, fresh baked turkey and cheese subs, refried beans, fruit and veggie bar, peanut butter bar, and milk. Those are your school lunch menus for this 15th day of September 2021. Put those over here and file the manila file folder. And let's play the game today and see if we can give away, it's Big Pig Day today.
It's Big Pig Day today, yep. Chance to win a pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza in Broken Bow. It's Potato Month. So here's another question about the potato. In the Untold History of the Potato, that's an actual book.
Really?
The Untold History of the Potato. Author John Reeder describes the potato as, quote, the best all-round bundle of nutrition known. The question is, Where is much of the goodness held?
What?
In the untold history of the potato. Author John Reeder describes the potato as the best all-around bundle of nutrition known. The question is, where is much of the goodness held?
Okay.
Now, here's your choices. This might kind of help clarify the question. It is shared equally between the skin and the flesh of the potato.
That's creepy.
It's the flesh only, the skin only, or the leaves. Those are your choices. You got it?
How many of you eat the leaves? Go on.
That's it. Those are your choices.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you know or you want to take a guess, call us at 872-2801.
Mary is trying the new Philly-style Runza sandwich.
You know, Rocky was set in Philadelphia.
Wonder if he ever had a Philly-style Runza sandwich.
Yo, Adrian, I love these green peppers, onions, steak, and Swiss.
We should go do boxing later.
You haven't seen Rocky, have you?
Not at all. Been too busy eating the new Philly-style Runza sandwich. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We have Gayleen on the line. Good morning, Gayleen. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. You must know your potatoes. You called in.
Yeah, I hope I do.
So, Gayleen, have you ever read The Untold History of the Potato?
No.
No, okay.
Who has?
All right. Well, the author describes the potato as the best all-around bundle of nutrition in the potato is known to be held where? Is it shared equally between the skin and the flesh? It's the flesh only, the skin only, or the leaves? What do you think?
I will say the skin only.
Well, okay.
Darn it. I wouldn't know, Gayleen.
Yeah.
We're going to give you the prize anyway.
I was going to say, just say the whole potato.
Okay, the whole potato.
There you go. You got it, Kayleen.
So that's the answer, really?
The answer is shared equally between the skin and the flesh of the potato. So to me, that means just the whole thing, right?
Wow.
Okay.
Gayleen, I think you deserve the prize because that's a little iffy, isn't it?
I don't know. I've
I
never
would
read.
think.
I've never read the book, so I don't know.
You haven't read the book?
I've not read The Untold History of the Potato.
Okay. Gayleen, if you do read the book, would you give us a call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, in the meantime, Gayleen, you just come on out and see us. We've got a certificate that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
take
for
care.
listening.
Yep, bye.
Bye. Oh, boy. That was a kind of a weird question. We'll continue with these words.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is excited to have Tim Troxel with Troxel Insurance join our team. This is Chip, and Tim and I will both be focusing on ag and pivot policies, as well as business, home, and auto. With this merger, we have more insurance company options to choose from for you. Give Tim a call today at 308-872-6996 or stop in at 914 South D Street in Broken Bow to see what the Nebraska Owners Insurance Team can do for you.
It's time again for the ever-popular T-shirt quilt class at the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow. We all have those T-shirts we hold dear, but we don't know what to do with them. September 26th and October 17th, grab up your T-shirts, attend a 2-day class, and learn to make an amazing keepsake. Class cost is $40. All you need is a machine and material, and the gals at the Quilting Shack will help with the rest. The class will be from 1 until 6 both days. Call the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow for more details, and make sure to follow them on Facebook.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. Let the movement rehabilitation specialist at Team Physical Therapy get you back into shape this fall sports season. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, Team Physical Therapy will get you back into the game. Check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Get the used equipment you need now. Purple Wave Auction sells hundreds of pieces of heavy equipment each week at no reserve auction. Items are selling in your area now. Bidding is simple. Visit purplewave.com to get started. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
What's so darn funny, Brant? What's going on here?
Nothing's funny. It's just that when people don't understand when we put our headsets on, really, lots of times we can't really hear anything outside of our headsets.
Unless the microphones are on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And Mike was just asking you a question,
Oh,
and we could tell that you couldn't
wasn't
hear.
getting it.
So
I just
that's
wanted
why.
to know how your class reunion was, and
Yeah.
I thought you were being snooty.
Oh, it was fun, and I try not to be snooty. But you could probably ask me a question without headsets on, and I might not get it.
Yeah,
So,
I understand.
You know,
Should we do the Nebraska Land Hearing Center live read now, or do you want to wait on that?
we can wait, but that's a
Okay.
good example. Good morning to Patricia. She guessed potato skin on that question.
Yeah.
But she should know, and I'm going to go with her because she's texting us from Idaho.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's neat.
So she should know her potatoes
Yes.
up there.
I can't imagine how bored you'd have to be to read a book about potatoes, or write a book about
I was
potatoes.
just going to say, think about the research that went into that book.
Yeah, and what was the guy's name? Reading?
Reader.
Reader.
John Reader. I assume that's how you pronounce it. It's Reader.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay. Well, we've covered the potatoes. Let's talk about some feed.
All right.
And some grain and some
Yeah.
mixes and some cubes and all the things that Evans Feed here in Broken Bow and O'Connell make available to their customers. And Mike's brought a list this morning, which means he's got a lot of things going on. So,
Oh, not necessarily. I just, one of the things that we do a lot of, and I probably don't talk about enough, is the amount of products that we bag ourselves down there at the store, and we save people a lot of money by doing that. And I just thought I better mention it because some of these things are getting pretty pricey right now, and if you want to save some money, if you check out what it costs at our place, it might save you a lot of money.
yeah. And last time you were here, I still have it stuck in my head that Evans Feed, who has the elevator here in town, who mixes feed, was having difficulty getting corn.
It's still no picnic.
It's still the same way?
It's not a picnic right now, huh?
Which just seems crazy in Nebraska, but that's the way it is.
It's when corn got up over 7 for just a little while there, and I don't necessarily know if they could sell new crop corn at that, but
right.
Corn got up there pretty good price here a month or two ago, and most of the guys pulled the trigger, and if they didn't, you'd be wondering what they were holding out for, you know, because so it's pretty tough to find, and even local elevators. I mean, I've even tried to buy from other elevators, and they don't have any either. So
strange.
It's
yeah.
But harvest has started,
Yeah.
and they're picking wet corn now, so that doesn't help us on the dry corn scene. But it won't be too long.
Yeah, it won't be long. And
yep, it's just crunch time right now.
Some of the things that you mix together, you might just kind of cover some of the things that you mix there.
Well, one of the things that right now, corn and soybeans are both pretty high priced, and that's two of the main components that go into any kind of chicken feeds, even if you buy it in a pellet or a crumble. And I mean, they take soybean meal, and you take corn, and you take some lime, and in our case, some oats and different products, and you grind them together. And if they either make it into a meal or they make it into a pellet or a crumble. And a lot of that stuff has really gotten pretty high price. So we grind our own and make our own and bag our own right here, 16% layer feed. And it's a meal. It's not a pellet or anything, but it's quite a bit lower priced. We put it in 50-pound bags and can save. If you have laying chickens out there, we can save you a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have two other kinds as well. We bring two kinds in, but if you want the economical brand, get the stuff that's made right out of local ingredients right in Custer County.
Yeah, and you know where it comes from.
You bet.
And know how it's made right here.
Yep, it's as fresh as you can get.
Yeah, homegrown right here.
Homegrown,
fresh,
you bet,
ready
by
to
the
go.
local farmers. And
yeah.
So we bag that feed. We bag cracked corn. We bag whole corn. We bag oats. We bag wheat, milo, alfalfa pellets. We blend up our own scratch grains for chickens, Sweet 12 horse feed, Miller's Special calf starter feed, and probably our number one seller is, besides cracked corn, is probably Distiller's pellets, and we bring that in 30-ton loads, and then we sell a lot of it in the bulk, but we also bag a lot of it in 50-pound bags. So if you're feeding Distiller's pellets out there and you're looking for a good source of locally bagged feed, we have it.
All right. And does that, because I'm not so familiar with how long that actually keeps, I assume there's moisture in it and so forth. Is it better bagged up? Does it last longer in a bag?
No.
Okay.
No, it does just the opposite. So
other way around.
Yeah, we keep, because most of the bags, because these are, a lot of these are high fat products,
right?
So they have plastic linings in the bags, and so when you take a plastic, put feed in plastic, sew it up, and put it on a pallet, it's got, keeping things cool right now is a must.
Yeah.
And so you got to keep it fresh and keep it cool. And fortunately, we have some air conditioning area, but not near as much as we'd like. But
Yeah. Well, I can imagine if you expand that, what your electric bill might be.
Oh man, yeah, it's
gosh, that's got to be substantial.
We stack it pretty high.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool to have it right here in Broken Bow and Custer County, and using the farmers' products that they produce here gives them another little outlet to sell to, and the people who buy it know exactly where it's come from and made. That's a good deal.
Distiller's pellets have one ingredient. It all starts with corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And without corn there is no distillers, and with no distillers there's with no ethanol. It all works together. Ethanol, distillers, and corn, and it helps all the local people.
It does. And it wasn't too many years ago, I guess it's probably quite a few now, where they were scratching their heads, what are we going to do with that byproduct?
Yeah. In the very, very beginning, they were just going to give it away, but
yeah, they don't do that anymore, do they?
They do not do that anymore.
Well, it's a pretty neat circle, like you say. It all fits together. So, and the elevator's open same hours as your feed store?
We're not open on the elevator on Saturdays.
Okay.
Yep.
So
it's just a matter of, like everybody else is facing,
labor.
Yeah,
makes sense.
But if somebody's in a heck of a pinch, we can usually line something up if somebody's around. But you can't. Not just anybody can run up and run the elevator. So there's a lot of safety issues and stuff you have to watch.
Sure. Is this all? You able to deliver all of this as well if they need it delivered?
Oh yeah, we deliver it all in bulk, and I just thought I should mention a lot of the stuff that we bag as well, because we can save people a lot of money if you're buying bagged products anywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't bag their own, and we do.
Yeah.
It's not what you'd call the most up-to-date, efficient system in the world. It's the same one we used to bag gunny sacks out of in the old days, but we do it with paper bags now, and it works pretty slick.
And you don't do the 100-pound bags like the old days.
We even have some that we have to do 40s on, but we try to stay with the 50s, but we will carry it out to your car for you.
Good.
Nice.
So, the 100-pound bags were a little much.
Yes, they were. I remember I caught the tail end of that.
Yeah. And the old burlap bags, they were kind of scratchy and hard to, and a little dirty too.
Yeah, and then we would pay people to bring them back so we could reuse them.
Yeah, there you go.
And that was...
Where did they store them? That would be a question, right?
Out on the floor of the shed full of mouse and dirt. And, and then we'd count them back, give them a quarter, and we had to quit that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That was some of the things that your granddad did. Eggs, milk, returning of the bags,
cream, yeah, all
hides,
yeah. They bought skunk hides. I mean,
really?
Yeah, they're give $1 for a skunk hide, I guess, something back in the day. But back in the day, $1 was
that was a big deal.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they did buy skunk.
They did. Mom's told me that before. Yeah. So I don't know what you made out of skunk hides, but apparently something.
Well, a hat.
Yeah, skunk hat.
Did they bring them in while they were still smelling?
I couldn't tell you. There was a hide pit in the back of the.
I see.
The pit's still there, but it's it's out on the other side of the building. Thank God.
I remember the door into that one section had hides on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, that's still up there if you took the sign down. The sign that's over it says feeds, seeds, grains, and hides or something like that. Poultry and hides or something like that.
Poultry and hides.
Poultry and hides.
Well, that's a great tradition, and you still are, continuing a lot of that with the mixing of the feeds right here at home. So
yeah, we used to bag the sweet feed right at the feed store there. In between customers, we'd bag it into gunny sacks, and fortunately, we don't have to do that now because I was lucky enough to get the Bates building across the street, and so we put our bagging system over there at the big Bates warehouse, and then the guys bring it up on the trucks, put it right in the bagging bins, and
in the bins,
or we mix feed up there too.
Yeah, I remember mixing small orders when Dad had the feed store where the Arrow Mini Mall is. That was our feed store.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And there was one room off to the side, about where the Chinese restaurant is now.
Okay.
And we would take mineral and the different ingredients and pour them out on the floor, and then take a scoop and mix them all up and then rebag.
Holy cow! I didn't know you did that.
We didn't do a lot of them that way. No.
That's a hard way to make a living.
Yeah, well, it was probably something that they wanted to give Dave to do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, keep him occupied.
Yeah. But the principle is the same. You take all those great ingredients and put them together.
Mm-hmm. You bet.
You do that at the elevator.
Yep.
At Evans Feed. So the store is hopping. It's the time of year where things are picking up, right?
Yeah, we're rolling into the weaning season, of course, and there's still a lot of calves that won't be weaned for a month or even more. And fortunately, we had some rains freshen the grass up a little bit, and the guys were able to leave the calves out a little longer than what it looked like maybe in July. And a lot of lick tubs going out to help stretch the dry grass a little bit, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And some cubes and a lot of pellets. And yeah, we got a load of medications coming in today, feed medications. So we're ready when the guys start pulling the trigger on weaning and stuff. We got all the feed medications you need. And all you got to do is give us a holler. Some of them you have to have scripts, and some you don't. And but we're all set up for it now. It's a piece of cake nowadays, but when it started, it was tough.
Yeah, kind of a learning curve and probably organizational and all of that. The fall calves will be worked here down the road a little bit. Is there anything you guys supply for that?
We don't do much of that kind of injectables or anything like that.
All right.
We let the vets take care of that.
Sure.
And we have a great relationship with all the vets around here, and that's the way we want to keep it.
All right. Not just cattle, of course. Cattle is king, but all the animals out there going into fall and winter, we're going to make sure that we have what they need to eat every day. When it cools down a little bit, they'll start eating more.
You bet. We got 25 to 30 different kinds of horse feeds, so never thought I'd say that. Every time I say it, I can't believe it, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, it used to be oats.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, then we did a little sweet. We sell a lot of our own homemade sweet feed. The same recipe as it's been for 50 years. So,
well, let's face it, horses are, how do I want to put it? They are, in some cases, a hobby. In some cases, they're working horses out there. But they never quit eating.
No,
if you can save a little money and keep them healthy.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, there you go. Anything else you wanted to mention?
I think we got her whipped.
All right. It's always good to have you, Anna. You need to come in sometime. We'll just have a light day, and we'll get some music going and have some fun.
That sounds like a good time.
Okay. All right.
All right, we'll do that.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Evans Feed open 6.5 days a week, and the elevator's open 5. Don't forget the store in Oconto is open 5 days a week as well.
Bet.
All right. We'll take a time out. We'll catch up on some news.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, loves supporting the community, and they're very excited for the Fall Festival this weekend in Arnold. They are also excited to announce their new public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Enjoy the Arnold Fall Festival from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
Farm accidents cause Americans billions of dollars each year. Please do your part to promote safety by studying equipment instruction manuals and product labels before you use any new equipment materials in your work. Good management prevents farm accidents. This week and every week in 2021, think and practice safety first.
Brought to you by Rich Rundlet with Rain Dance Repair. Learn more about the new pivot controller from Beehive Ag by contacting Rich at 870-4455.
It's mum season at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. Beautiful fall mums are available now in a great array of colors. Sun Valley is open Monday to Friday from 10 to 1 and on Saturdays from 10 to 3. Located in Ansley just off Highway 2 east of the fire station. Or you can always just give them a call. Mums are a great fall splash of color. Pick yours up today at Sun Valley. Visit them online at sunvalleynursery.org.
Big prizes, big fun, and big money this Sunday at the Dawson County Raceway. Come help us finish out the 2021 season with our annual Connie Jewett Memorial. Wear a pink shirt for breast cancer awareness and get a chance to win $500 cash. Try your skills and thrills with displays from Knocker Woods and Axes of Gibbon. Adults are $12, kids are free. Gates open at 3:30 with racing at 6. A lot of free prizes and hardcore season-ending battles at the greatest show on dirt, the Dawson County Raceway, Lexington, Nebraska.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. California Governor Gavin Newsom is still governor. CBS News projects him the winner in a recall election.
I want to focus on what we said yes to as a state. We said yes to science. We said yes to vaccines. We said yes to ending this pandemic.
Tensions are high on the Korean peninsula after dueling ballistic missile tests within hours of each other. South Korea staged its first underwater launch after it says North Korea fired 2 short-range missiles. CBS's Ramy Inocencio.
The ones today arced nearly 40 miles above the Earth and flew about 500 miles east before landing in the Sea of Japan.
For the first time in 18 months.
Broadway is back!
Hit Broadway shows like Hamilton reopened to theatergoers in New York. Lin-Manuel Miranda welcomed them with a bullhorn outside the Richard Rodgers theaters. All ticket holders have to be masked and vaccinated to get in. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A Lincoln woman is out close to $2,000 after falling victim to the jury duty scam. Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says the woman was told she had 2 warrants out for her arrest because she failed to show up for jury duty. The scammers told her she needed to get $1,800 worth of Green Dot cards from Hy-Vee and read them the card numbers. Then she was asked to mail the cards to the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office, and the woman complied. Police have not been able to identify the suspects and are investigating. Nebraska's new COVID-19 cases leveled off last week, but experts say they will likely rise in the weeks ahead due to the highly contagious Delta variant. The state reported 5,313 new virus cases in the week that ended Friday, according to data from the Federal Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That is down slightly from 5,329 cases the state reported the previous week, but more than 20 times higher than the 253 cases per week Nebraska was reporting in late June. Dr. James Lawler, an infectious disease expert at the University of Nebraska Medical Center's Global Center for Health Security, said he does not think Nebraska or the nation is past the peak of the latest surge. The 7-day rolling average of daily new cases in Nebraska continued to rise over the past 2 weeks, from 715.14 new cases per day on August 29th to 822.86 new cases per day on Sunday. The number of people hospitalized with the virus in Nebraska grew slightly last week to 364, and hospitals across the state continue to struggle with capacity concerns. The number of COVID-19 patients remains well below last fall's peak of 987, but hospitals are currently quite full with non-COVID patients as well. A spokesman for Bryan Health in Lincoln said the health system is routinely at capacity. At midnight Sunday, the hospital had 51 intensive care patients for its 50 ICU beds. Corey Shaw, Nebraska Medicine's chief operating officer, said the health system's capacity situation has not changed much over the past 6 weeks, with the hospital operating at close to 95% capacity most days. The Nebraska Medical Center keeps a few beds open for emergencies, but due to that, it has accepted limited transfers from other facilities.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Major League Baseball games of note, the Dodgers defeat the Diamondbacks 8-4, and with that win, LA has clinched a playoff spot, but the Dodgers still trail San Francisco by 2.5 games in the NL West race because the Giants beat the Padres 6-1. San Diego's a game out in the NL wildcard race. More on that in a second. Blue Jays were shut out by the Rays 2-0. It was the Yankees over the Orioles 7-2, and the Red Sox down the Mariners 8-4. So Toronto, New York, and Boston are all tied for the 2 wildcard spots in the American League. Seattle's now 3 games out in that AL wildcard race. Cardinals get by the Mets 7-6 in 11 innings, and with that win, St. Louis overtakes Cincinnati by a half game for the final wildcard spot in the National League because the Reds lost to the Pirates 6-5. Phillies fall to the Cubs 6-3. Philadelphia's 3 back in that NL wildcard race, and 4.5 back of Atlanta in the NL East. The Braves lost at home to the Rockies 5-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for mostly sunny skies. We'll work up to a high temperature of 81 degrees. Winds becoming breezy from the south. Then for tonight, mostly clear. We'll drop back to a low of 64. Abundant sunshine on Thursday, trending hotter with highs approaching 90. Then a chance for showers and storms Thursday night and into your Friday morning with Friday's highs back in the low 70s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
57 degrees. We'll call it partly cloudy. Winds light out of the southeast. Barometric pressure up 1 point at 30.04 in the last hour. Humidity at 95%. Beautiful day yesterday, 78 for a high, an overnight low of 51. Sunset today at 7:49. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:20. An inch 16 in the rain gauge so far this month. A little dry out there, but, for this time of year, you expect things to kind of start getting a little bit brown here and there, and the tomato plants starting to maybe get a little tired, but they still have tomatoes to produce yet, or at least ripen. Why am I talking about these things, Brent? Why am I talking about gardens and lawns and trees and things like that?
Would it be because of the guest that we have in the studio by chance?
Yes. He's an intimidating guy, too. He's
He's a big teddy bear.
If you only knew.
I want to be on his good side.
Yeah, I hear you, yeah.
Ryan Anderson is here from the Garden Center. It is that time of year where we're picking tomatoes, I think, if things went well this year in the garden. Some of the things starting to give away. But we've had a good growing season all in all, haven't we?
I think so, yeah. We've been putting up quite a few tomatoes. We grew broccoli this year. We have tons of broccoli put away. And for the most part, everything went pretty good, I think.
Well, so go back to spring. We had kind of some extreme hot and cold, and then that kind of got things a little bit slowed down early on, it seems like, but recovered pretty well, maybe.
Yeah, and we kind of followed throughout the year with that too as well. I mean, you'd have, a week of really hot weather and then followed by a couple days of cool and then back to heat, and we're kind of still experiencing that. But and moisture wise too, there was, it got pretty hot and dry the 1st of June, and had to do a lot of watering, and then caught some rains in early July, and doing pretty good here in the last maybe couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, it's what it is, as they say. You deal with it. You get out the hose and the sprinkler and kind of level off that water. There's not a lot we can do about the temperatures, but gardening has been more popular than ever the last few years, which is good to see, and I know that makes you happy. But boy, all the good food like you're talking about putting up, you pop open those that corn and those broccoli packages in the winter, and you're going, I'm glad we had a garden.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you're right. Gardening is kind of taken off again. Maybe I know we even help some friends can for the first time this year, and kind of showed them the ropes on that. So that's always kind of fun to start a little pantry of, items that you grew yourself. And, snowy night, you can go in and get some chili base or something.
Yeah.
Make a pot of chili or, sweet corn, green beans.
Yeah. It
Everything.
tastes really good that time of year, any time of the year, but if you freeze them up right, it really hits the spot. So
you bet.
Get ready for next year, although we got to finish out this year. Good time of year to plant trees?
Yes. That's a question that's asked every day.
Mm-hmm.
This time of year, the trees are thinking about going dormant for the year, and they're not sending all that energy up, through the top of the tree to make leaves. And you plant a tree right now, and it'll concentrate on making roots. And so if you keep them watered up until the ground freezes, and it kind of gives the root ball an extra growing season before next spring, and they do. Fall is an excellent time to plant that kind of stuff. All your perennials and shrubs and that sort of thing is fall's a good time to do that. So,
what do you recommend for? And we could go outside and look out back with the tree we planted a few years ago, and it was going along just fine. It was leaves on every spring, and then this summer I noticed the bark was cracking on it, and I think it's dead. And there was no buds that came along, and I kept thinking, well, maybe they got froze during one of those times you were talking about when we had that. But I don't think it's going to make it. So here's just as an example, and I kind of want to put a tree in that same area. Do you recommend going out there and digging that attempting to dig that tree up before you replant? What's the protocol on that in your mind?
If it's recently planted or whatever, you probably have to take it out, and probably not going to have much problem taking it out if it's only a couple years old. But, bark splitting and coming off is a bad sign.
Yeah, and then when it looks really dead behind there, it doesn't look too good. So if it's not too old, you might want to go ahead and use the shovel and dig it up and get most of the roots out if you want to plant nearby.
Yep.
All right.
So, and if you have a tree that you cut down and you have somebody grind the stump, but you're wanting to put a tree back in there, I've ran across this a lot. Planting trees for people is you need to make sure that they actually grind the stump out instead of just grinding it down a couple inches underneath the ground and covering it up.
Okay.
Diggers hurt when you go down into that stump. They kind of stings when you hit it.
Yeah, it doesn't give that tree anywhere to go either. Okay, good deal. How's your supply on trees for this fall?
Pretty good. Right now we have a couple different varieties of maple, some hackberry, bur oak. Got a couple little aspens. Aspens do really well in this region. Trying to think what else we got. Got linden trees. Got a nice row of Norway spruce trees, evergreens.
Okay.
Nice little size there. Got some blue spruce, Norway spruce, and Black Hills spruce. So sitting pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is this the time of year if you was thinking you wanted to put in a fruit tree of some sort? Is it okay to put them in the fall as well?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. We have fruit trees as well. So we got apple trees, I should say, not fruit trees, but yeah,
Okay.
we have think there's 2 or 3 different varieties of apple trees out there yet. And,
okay.
Peach, cherry, that thing, you'll have to come back next spring. So.
Okay. All right.
But, yep.
Do you have a most popular seller in the tree department, or it just kind of varies?
Oh, it kind of varies. There's, people like maples for their color and whatnot. Some, there's, you get a lot of questions. I want a fast growing tree. Of course, everybody wants a fast growing tree. They want
with that shade and all of that.
Yeah. So, a linden tree has a nice shape to it. Has a nice canopy for shade trees. So, if it's shape and shade and kind of fast growing, we kind of go toward the linden trees. If it's, people wanting color, it'd probably be more of a maple tree. There's others, some people want a willow tree, a weeping willow. We have a couple of those too. So it just kind of depends what you're looking for in a tree and what you're doing with it. So most popular, probably a maple.
One of the things that I know, if you're planting trees and helping people with trees, when you plant them, it's so difficult. Doesn't sound like it should be that hard, but is it going to be too close to the electric lines when it grows up, or is it going to be too close to the house and fill up the gutters, or is it going to grow into the house's porch? You got to be kind of careful about where you plant those trees.
Yeah, there's they at maturity they say a tree that the top of a tree is mirrored underneath the ground. So there's a lot of things that you kind of have to pay attention to if you're planting trees, whether it be maybe underground electrical running into your house, or your drain fields for your sewer and that sort of thing. So a few, you need to think about it a little bit. It requires a little thought on where you're putting them.
I think some of us probably went, God, that'd be a nice spot right over there. Dig the hole and put it in, and then 10 years later you're going, I wished I would have had that 20 foot the other way.
Yeah.
Well, you can help with that. You got the supply. Now we led you way astray. What else did you want to talk about today? Is it time to maybe get some late flowers going and that sort of thing?
Yeah, if your spring flower pots and stuff are kind of looking rough, you can tear those out. We have mums and got in some fall plants and stuff last week to make up containers with. Some cabbage and kale and pansies and of course lots of mums, different sizes. We have quarts and gallons and big bushel gallons or bushel baskets of mums and stuff. So
how many different colors do you have?
Well, we started out with 12.
Wow,
I think.
I just can't believe there's 12 colors of mums.
So
yeah, that's pretty cool though, and they're nice colors.
Yeah, lots of different shades of reds and pinks and stuff. And we have some, I think we still have some left that are combos. They've planted different, like 3 different colors in the same pot, so it kind of throws a nice color combination there. So those are outside. The other stuff's inside, grasses annual grasses and the pansies and that sort of things inside. And so lots of area to look around and pick out stuff there. So
one other thing that probably needs to happen is this fall and early winter fertilizer and that sort of thing for the grass, our lawns, so that we'll come out next spring looking good.
Yeah, or we have our 4th and 5th step of our lawn care program out now, and when you come in, you can jump into that program anytime. The first step is going to have the it's called Weed Out. It's going to have the weed herbicide in it. It's absorbed. It's a granular. It's absorbed through the leaves, the stem, the root. It's going to really set up your lawn for next year as far as being weed free. Still need to apply, the pre-emergent next spring, but and then of course the winterizer later in October. Is also a granular. Both products need to be watered in when you do that. If you don't have a spreader to spread that, we have one available to use there. So, and then we're kind of running a special on that right now. So, if you buy both products together, you get save 15%. So
nice
little savings there when you buy them together, and so yeah.
Okay.
So.
Last but not least, we can probably all the way through November, depending on the type of November we have, October, November, maybe haul in some rock, do some landscaping before it gets really cold and freezes the ground. So plenty of time to do that. I know you're up for that.
Yeah, plenty of time to do that. I have some friends that do landscaping up further north of us, and I call them in November, and they say, what are you doing? And we're out getting some landscaping projects done. And that's the thing, like with trees and your perennials and stuff like that, you get a frost and the frost just freezes what's above ground. The ground's still warmer and
workable. Yeah.
So you can do those projects when it's nice and cool out and up until the ground freezes. So
all right. Always check your Facebook. You kind of let people know what's going on through your Facebook page, I think.
Yep. We try to stay active on that and keep that kind of up to date with what we got going on. So,
and your hours right now going into this fall season?
Still open on Mondays 10 to 3, Tuesdays 10 to 5:30, Tuesdays through Fridays 10 to 5:30, and then on Saturdays we're open 10 to 2.
10 to 2. Okay. All right. Did we cover everything?
One other thing besides fall plants I got in was sun catchers. They're a little plastic disc on a stake that kind of amaze people when they walk in. They ask how they turn on, how they shut off. They're really neat in that aspect that they don't take batteries. There's no on-off switch. They're mounted on these poles that kind of wave in the wind, and they just catch light and kind of reflect it out to the sides.
Cool.
You can put out in your yard. We have some small ones that you can put in like a flower pot in your house or a potted plant in your house, kind of add some color. But we got a shipment of those in, still looking to get some more in, but stop in and check those out. So.
Look at them. Check out the furniture while you're there too. That's on display in the main room, and happened to be sitting in there the other day when you and your wife got back from a business trip. It's hard to get out of those chairs. They want you to get into them around that table. So take a look, folks. They're very comfortable.
I was going to say, not hard to get out of, but they are comfortable.
Yes.
You don't want to get out of.
Don't want to get out. No, you can just slide right out. But they're just kind of like you just get real comfortable and sit around the table and talk. That's what you caught us doing.
Yeah.
So, all right, very good. And just check the Facebook page. If they have any questions, they can call you or stop into the store and check out all the things you have on. By the way, don't forget, folks, they're up for funeral service, memorials, plants, and things like that for funeral services, too.
Take care of that. I just thought of, we got pumpkins coming in near future from the pumpkin patch. She'll be bringing in pumpkins for us, so.
And boy, does they have a variety there, don't they?
Oh, I think 84 different varieties, she said, this year.
Wow.
So
Gosh.
Looking forward to seeing those.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a time out or two here on The Breakfast Show on this Wednesday.
GK Wine and Spirits is happy to stock the items you know and like and new things to try. Boulevard Brewing 6-packs, $7.48. Bud or Bud Light 20-packs, just $16.98. Save on Jack Daniel's Whiskey 750s, $25.98. or pick up Smirnoff Vodka, available in 15 different varieties for $13.98 each. 3-liter Barefoot box wines are $15.98. GK Wine and Spirits, open Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays from noon until 10. Inside the grocery cart, Broken Bow.
Would you like to earn $500 and handpick individuals to live and work in your community? Well, you can through Adams Land and Cattle's Community Employee Referral Program. Adams Land and Cattle in Broken Bow is currently hiring in multiple departments. If the person you refer is hired, you'll receive a steak bundle. If they remain employed for a year, you'll receive $500. The best part? There are no limits to how many individuals you can refer. A list of all available positions and the referral form can be found at adamslandandcattle.com.
What a better way to get moving this summer than by putting the spring back in your step with a total knee replacement done right here in your hometown. Melham Medical Center is happy to offer the services of orthopedic surgeon Dr. Greg Sextro. Partnering with you, your primary care physician, and Melham Medical Center, Dr. Sextro sees patients right here in Broken Bow for your convenience, avoiding lengthy travel time and keeping you close to home. For an appointment, please call the Melham Specialty Clinic at 872-4157. Melham Medical Center, partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care.
The Exchange in Arnold welcomes you to the Fall Festival this weekend with the theme Old School. When you're having fun in Arnold, make sure to stop by the Exchange to grab a snack, a drink, or a slice of Piccadilly Circus pizza. They serve it now. When you need food fast, go to the Exchange. They're open 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Have fun at the Arnold Fall Festival. Games, a parade, races, and the Redneck Olympics await you. The Exchange in Arnold hopes to see you this weekend.
Exceptional Senior Living is off-Broadway assisted living in Broken Bow. They have a few beautiful and spacious apartments available now. They'd love to visit with you if you are thinking it's time for a more secure and safe environment for yourself or a loved one. They also have a wonderful dining room with a great kitchen staff and many activities available for their community members. Just unveiled is their new virtual tour at offbroadwayapartments.com. They have pictures available on Facebook as well. For more information, call Off Broadway at 872-2522.
Having computer problems? Don't take it out on your computer equipment. Call Mark Phillips with Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. He offers computer sales, repair, and on-site service. Is your computer slow or infected with a virus? Mark can clean it up. Whether it's a home system or the networking of an office, Central IT is ready to help. From custom builds to individual IT products, Central IT in Broken Bow, 872-6600. Call Mark at 872-6600 for Central IT.
What in the heck? I put my headset on. Christy's in here. What did she say?
Well, Christy wanted to know if we wanted Ryan to come in and visit with us, and I told Christy, well, he just got done visiting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought she was giving me a hard time, and I couldn't hear it.
No, I don't think so. No,
that would make me very nervous.
No, I don't believe she gave you a hard time at all.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good, because it'd make it harder to buy her a meal if I knew she was giving me a hard time. All right, we still have plenty going on here on The Breakfast Show today. We're going to talk about the movies at Fox Theater. We're going to get a hold of the Pizza Hut. And then, of course, 2 remotes from Ansley, America, Livia's Boutique, and Sun Valley Landscaping will be our guests in the 9 o'clock hour. Actually, we'll be going there and finding out more about activities at the boutique. They've been running some ads. They got a big sale coming up this weekend. And I'm sure Sun Valley's working on mums and all sorts of things and some of the fall things that are happening. So that will be in the 9 o'clock hour.
Since you brought up Ansley, I went to Ansley last night for a volleyball match.
Yes.
Drove downtown Ansley. Downtown Ansley looks great.
It
Can
does.
I say that?
I agree.
I just drove downtown and I'm just like, you know what? It just looks great.
We've said it before, where Highway 2 doesn't go through downtown Ansley as far as the old Main Street. You need to pull off of Highway 2. You're going to and from somewhere on Highway 2 and take a look and maybe do a little stop in and have something to eat and stop in and see some of the folks there because, it looks really good. They've really got a great effort of making that Main Street look great, and they've done it. I know they have some plans to do some more. So
yeah.
it's great. You're right. And stop in and I guess compliment them even. Wouldn't hurt anything at all.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Livia's Boutique right there. You got Ansley Lumber and Supply, the Market.
Yeah, Gibbons Electric down the street now.
And
a cafe. And
Chewy's, right?
Yeah. And then you got the insurance
yes.
nice building there. And post office looks good. I mean, they just got it fixed up nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
I know that Heidi and Brian were kind of instigators on. They donated a whole bunch of paint a few years ago, not long after they took over the lumberyard, and offered to donate some paint that they had to paint things up, and got everybody going, and it's worked out great. All right, let's talk a little bit about jobs. You want me to hand me some of those so we can?
I sure can, yeah. Let's see. Let me give you you want to touch on jobs, right? There's 3 jobs right there.
Uh-oh, Shannon's in here.
Oh, boy, I get nervous when salespeople bring in notes.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
It's a good note.
It's a good note.
I can do that,
well,
Shannon.
I like good notes.
But, hey, Shannon, go home and you got your pajamas on again. Go home and get some pants on.
These are cute pants, Dave. You don't like my pants?
I do like them. I'm just teasing you.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I think they're cute.
They look nice. They look very comfortable.
They are. The girl that, in the picture online, it looked a lot prettier on her, and she was wearing heels, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And it doesn't look the same on me, but that's okay.
It looks fine. Looks comfortable. Thanks, Shannon.
I got to admit, I do think they kind of look like pajama pants.
I know. But
just fancy, though. Fancy pajamas.
That's why they look comfortable.
We'll go with that.
All right. Well, we've talked about it many times, and we need to keep talking about it because there's so many great jobs being offered here in our listening area right now, and one of those is BD in Broken Bow. They'd love you to be a part of their great team, and they are offering competitive wages for their team environment, and they also are offering day one benefits. So in other words, you don't have a 6-month waiting period for the benefits to start. The day you start is the day your benefits start when you're full-time. And some of those benefits include health, life, dental, a tuition reimbursement because they encourage furthering your education and will help you with it. They're offering hiring sign-up bonuses up to $1,000. So after 30 days of employment, you get $250. After 6 months, another $250, and after 1 year, you get the $500. So you're going to make an extra $1,000 just by working for 1 year at BD after you're hired. Apply online at bd.com/careers. You can also attend open interviews the first and third Wednesdays of each month in Broken Bow. The listing is also on the employment page on sandhillsexpress.com for you to look at details. But check that out. They are hiring.
The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley and for a highway construction technician in Broken Bow. For a full job description, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. Now, to apply, you have to fill out an online state application. So go online to statejobs.nebraska.gov to apply. If you need accommodation in the selection process, notify Nebraska State personnel at 402-471-2075. And the state of Nebraska, of course, is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Lunchtime Solutions, looking for 2 head cooks and 1 kitchen helper. You would be employed by Lunchtime Solutions in the Broken Bow School District. Position hours are Monday through Friday, and all positions are 5 or more hours a day. Learn more about the roles or apply online at lunchtimesolutions.com/careers. Information, of course, is also available on the employment page on sandhillsexpress.com. Searching for 2 head cooks and a kitchen helper for Lunchtime Solutions here in the Broken Bow School District.
Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler temporary cook. This is a 40-hour per week position in Broken Bow. Starting pay will be $11.36 per hour. You must have a high school diploma or equivalent, a valid Nebraska driver's license, and a working phone. You would be purchasing food and preparing meals, be responsible for cleaning classroom, dishes, laundry, etc., and work a minimal time in the classroom with children ages 6 weeks to 3 years old. For an application, contact CNCAP Human Resource Department at 308-745-0780, extension 0. And you can also go to their website to apply. Just go to centralnebraskacap.com.
Thank you, Brent. We have a party that's looking for a motivated ranch farm employee. This is Ron Coleman Farm, looking for someone who wants to go to work. Experience is preferred, but they are willing to train the right person. A CDL would be helpful, but not required. Competitive pay based on experience with some benefits. This is a year-round position, so they're not just hiring for the fall harvesting season. This is a year-round position. Could be full or part-time, so you can talk about it. For more information, get a hold of Ron at 308-872-6028. That's 872-6028, or text 870-2785. 870-2785. All these details can be found on the Sand Hills Express job listing page. Ron Coleman, a farm out there in the Lillian area, Victoria Springs area, looking for a farm ranch employee. And again, experience is preferred but willing to train. Again, 872-6028 or text 870-2785. More after these words.
Fall may be around the corner, but it's not too late to cap off your summer by upgrading your account with Bruning Bank. Enroll in Premier Checking and earn interest on your account. Earn a higher rate of interest by completing simple tasks that are already a part of your banking routine, such as using your debit card and logging into online banking. If you miss a task, you still earn interest for the month. If you have an account with us or not, enrollment is quick and easy. Visit BruningBank.com or stop by to learn more and get started today. Rates vary by tier. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Can you believe it? Fall is here, and The Secret Garden wants to celebrate the fall season with you. Receive 15% off fall decor and willow tree this Friday, 11:30 to 4:30, and Saturday from 8:30 until 4:30. Try a $5 hot lunch and delicious smoothie too. Galatians 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. Open this Friday and Saturday.
Whether you're seeking curb appeal for your home or you want to do a remodel or new construction, Ansley Lumber and Supply in downtown Ansley has the materials that you'll need, from premium lumber to metal for buildings, plus GAF shingles for the roof and quality Benjamin Moore paint available in over 3,500 colors. Ask them about consultations with their pros and delivery. 935-1815. Or see them on Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
8:41 is the time. Oh, by the way, before I forget, we will be leaving the air again at 10 o'clock this morning as we did yesterday. The crew got on the tower, got up there and got some things fixed, but run into some difficulties, which is not unusual when you climb a 400-foot tower. And they are up there attempting to replace, I believe, the NOAA antenna, the National Weather Service's antenna. And the wind came up yesterday, and it started to rain. And so they weren't able to finish. So they're going to give it another shot today. And again, we don't want to get anybody hurt. And if we leave the power up, there's a very good chance they could be harmed by the RF, the radiation off the antennas. And it's just not worth that. So we're not going to put anybody's life in danger. So we'll shut off at 10 o'clock, and hopefully they will get things fixed back up in a short period of time. But they're giving us another possible 2-hour window of work up there. So again, be sure and check out the stream. It goes right along. You can listen to KBBN online at kbbn.com. Also, the free app on any of your devices or on your computer at your desktop. So you can still, and on your smartphone, you can still listen to KBBN rather easily, but just not on the radio for a couple hours today till those guys get that fixed and then get away from the antennas. So we'll be doing that at 10.
Okay.
So we got a lot to do before 10 o'clock.
All right.
So let's talk a little bit about the market on the square. This is Wednesday. I believe tomorrow is Thursday.
That would be correct.
And I
Good.
also believe it might be the last Thursday market in the square.
You're right on that, too. Yes, last market on the square of the season will take place tomorrow, so make sure you come check out things and see what they have to offer. Food, friends, and kinds... Food, friends, and all kinds of finds. There we go. That's what Market on the Square is all about. So we encourage you to take it in one last time this season. That'll be tomorrow downtown Broken Bow. Also, the Broken Bow Chamber wants to remind you, especially the guys, of course, they had the ladies' steak fry earlier this week on Monday. The men's steak fry is coming up on September 20th, this coming Monday. It'll be out at the Broken Bow Golf Club. So, guys, get your tickets now. They're $30. You get a delicious meal. Happy hour begins at 5:15. Dinner served at around 6:30. Just stop by the Chamber office in downtown Broken Bow or call to reserve your tickets at 872-5691. It says door prizes as well.
Now, I have to ask this question, and I hope Stephanie's not mad at me for it, but, okay, the ladies' tickets were $25.
Correct.
The guys' tickets are $30.
Yeah, but I think that's because the steak's bigger.
Okay. It's not a discriminatory thing then. Because I was going
to
file a lawsuit.
Oh, my.
I was going to get a hold of my Larry Lawyer guy.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think it's just that the steak is larger and I'm guessing costs more. So, therefore, they figure that into the price of the ticket.
Are they T-bones? I think they usually have T-bones.
I don't know. I think so.
So here's the question.
Okay.
I hate to cause controversy here.
Yeah, well, it looks like
I
you're
don't want
ready to.
But if the ladies had a boneless steak, a petite or a New York or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Then you have the T-bone. We might be paying $5 extra for the bone.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
If that's the case, that's discrimination, and I'm going to get a hold of my lawyer.
Okay, well, let me know how that turns out.
All right. We'll take a timeout.
It's time to think farm safety. Every year, farm accidents are caused by untrained workers driving tractors in a dangerous manner. Rollover protective structures are no substitute for thorough training and careful supervision. This week and every week in 2021, remember, think and practice safety first.
Brought to you by Rich Renlet with Rain Dance Repair. Learn more about the new pivot controller from Beehive Ag by contacting Rich at 870-4455.
Libya's Boutique invites you to their Sip and Shop Hop this Saturday from 10 until 4. Big savings will be marked no matter where you look. Save 25% off clothing and shoes, or check out the 30% off Under Armour rack. The trailer will be parked next door, and everything inside is 70% off. Plus, don't miss the $1, $5, and $10 bargain bins. You can also shop in Ravenna and St. Paul, too. The Sip and Shop Hop, this Saturday at Libya's Boutique on Main Street in Ansley.
You could close out 2021 winning $2,022 and go on to win $1 million at the beginning of 2022 in the Nebraska Lottery's Powerball's Rockin' 15 promotion. Until September 25th, buy a Powerball with Power Play ticket and enter for a chance to be one of 15 lucky people to win $2,022 and a chance to win $1 million at the start of the new year. It's a promotion that truly rocks. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
847. Since I am lawyered up, I think I can say this, but I'm pretty excited. This is probably not politically correct these days, but I got a lawyer. I think I get to go to Arnold tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. That's still on the deciding.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you can go to Arnold. We'll just make that decision now. You go to Arnold, and I'll engineer back here because I'll have plenty of things to do. We got sports on Thursday night, got to get ready for, and Friday night too. So that'll work great.
Oh, good. That means I'm going to see one of the hottest chicks in Arnold. And there's a lot of hot chicks in Arnold.
Yeah.
Becky Daly.
Oh, of course, yes.
I wonder if I could get a picture of her on her golf cart.
You know what? I bet maybe she would take a picture with you on the golf cart.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
That would go right. I'd go right on my desk. I'd go on my desk.
Now, here's what I'm excited about. If you go to Arnold, now you're going to be talking about the Fall Festival that they've brought back.
Coming up this weekend.
A lot of activities happening this weekend for it. I've got my fingers crossed. I hope you run into Brad Atkins, because I want to hear. First off, have you had a conversation with Brad since months ago when you went to a fundraiser and they had an auction and you purchased the boots right off of Brad Atkins' feet?
Yeah,
right.
I did, but now, I'll just tell you right now, I had supper with him.
Oh, you did?
In Arnold when we went over for, what was it? Can't remember, but we ran into him.
Was he wearing the same boots?
No.
Oh.
See, that was the thing. I asked him about it right away, and he said, I don't have those boots on, and got kind of snitty about it. And so we were some other people. I didn't want to cause a problem, so just kind of changed the subject. But if I run into him tomorrow, I'll ask him again and see. He may have those boots on tomorrow.
Yeah. I would like to hear that. I would like to. We need to bring closure to this.
Yeah, I know. We need to bury the hatchet on that, or bury the boots.
Right.
Wouldn't take a very big hole.
Oh, wow. Boy, I hope Brad heard that.
Oh, boy, am I in for it tomorrow.
I was going to say.
RT Green will also be with Becky. We're going to meet and talk about the festival. Looking forward to that. So cool they're bringing that back for the Fall Festival in Arnold. They're going to have a parade and the whole works, kid games, and all sorts of family fun are going to be happening in Arnold this weekend. So we'll find out more about that, and we may run into Brad. But if I can get a picture of Becky on her golf cart, I'll have that blown up and put on my wall or on my desk. It's going to be fantastic.
All right.
Let's take a time out.
Okay.
See if we get any hate calls, and then we'll be back.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if auto owners make sense for you.
Reed's Food Center in Arnold has served the Arnold community for over 40 years, and they are excited to support the Arnold Community Fall Festival. This weekend's theme is old school, so break out your old school style and join in the fun. Friday events start at the football field after the game, and Saturday is packed with fun like the cornhole tournament starting at 9 a.m., the parade at 11, lunch in the park, kids' games and events, golf cart races, and Redneck Olympics. Stop by Reed's Food Center to fuel up during the Arnold Fall Festival this weekend.
Fall is coming whether we like it or not. Has your sock drawer been looking a little bare? Restock with our help at Bo Bootery. Join us this week for a sock sale. They're marked 20% off. Socks from Darn Tough, Jock Socks, K-Bell, Thorlo, and Dan Post are available for men, women, and kids. Comfortable, well-fitting shoes are important, but socks are a big part of the equation too. 20% off socks at Bo Bootery, east side of the square, Broken Bow.
Imagine this. You go to your mailbox only to find a check for big bucks. You're thinking, hey, this could be my lucky day. Well, if you get a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, it's probably not your lucky day. In fact, you're probably about to be the next victim of a scam. Did you know that scammers may not initially ask you for money, but instead they give you money? Asking you to deposit funds into your account is the first step of many financial scams. At Nebraska State Bank, we're here to help and protect when someone is trying to make you their next scam victim. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
You know what's kind of snuck up on us?
What's that, Dave?
The Mid-States Rodeo.
Oh, yeah, that's this weekend,
This
I think.
weekend at the Custer County Fairgrounds. And they're going to have a dance on Saturday night with a live band. And all those folks are coming to town. This is the grand finale of the Midstates Rodeo. Custer County Fairgrounds was able to host this for the first time a number of years ago, and they keep coming back, and brings a lot of people to town. And so that's happening this weekend out at the Custer County Fairgrounds. There's always something going on out there, but this is a big one. This is a big one.
Yeah, this is the best of the best, man.
Yep.
They work hard all year on the circuit to qualify for this rodeo, so it's going to be good competition.
Always is. So that's taking place. More rodeo for you. So we have that going on, and I guess the Huskers are playing somebody on Saturday, some other team, probably another one.
That's what I heard too, yes. It's Oklahoma. Nebraska, Oklahoma, the rivalry renewed.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to say anything. I hope,
No, listen,
I hope it turns out. I mean, I'd love for Nebraska to be in Oklahoma. Wouldn't you?
Listen, I don't. Oh, absolutely. But I don't know how the game's going to play out on Saturday. I mean, Oklahoma's extremely good, and I don't know what's going to happen Saturday. But when you're my age, Nebraska, Oklahoma, man, that was just having the game again makes you think back and relive the memories, some good, some not so good, about just one of the truly great games year in and year out when Nebraska and Oklahoma were both at a peak. Because, I mean, when the season started and you were a Husker fan or even an Oklahoma fan probably, you couldn't wait for the last game of the year because 9 times out of 10 back then, it had tremendous meaning. And so to be able to think back to, the game of the century, which, wow, the anniversary is what? It'd be this 50 years, right?
Yeah, 71,
because
right?
71. So, yeah, 50th anniversary of that game. You think about that. You think about, Tom Osborne and Barry Switzer. And it's just, it just brings back a lot of great memories for those of us who have been around for a while.
Sure does, and that's going to be on Saturday as well. We'll be back to talk about some more activities and a few other items of interest right after this.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
It's time again for the ever-popular T-shirt quilt class at the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow. We all have those T-shirts we hold dear, but we don't know what to do with them. September 26th and October 17th, grab up your T-shirts, attend a 2-day class, and learn to make an amazing keepsake. Class cost is $40. All you need is a machine and material, and the gals at the Quilting Shack will help with the rest. The class will be from 1 until 6 both days. Call the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow for more details, and make sure to follow them on Facebook.
Get the used equipment you need now. Purple Wave Auction sells hundreds of pieces of heavy equipment each week at no reserve auction. Items are selling in your area now. Bidding is simple. Visit purplewave.com to get started. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
8:57. We were just talking earlier about, not hearing one another, and, we joke about it. And Joan and I have been talking about, when we turn the air conditioner off here pretty soon, it's not running as much. We'll be able to have better conversations because we think the air conditioner might be interrupting our conversations, and it may or may not be. There's only one way to find out, and that's go get your ears checked.
That's right, and we got the person in Broken Bow to do just that for you. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Got some specials going on right now, too, through the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Some special pricing, free hearing evaluation, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, never buy batteries again on new rechargeable hearing aids, and some extended discounts for both Hearing Summer Special as well as just buying local. No need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha or Denver or anywhere, because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow. And when you deal with Roxanne, you know you're going to get that great, good quality local service, free follow-up care, office visits. Roxanne provides state-of-the-art tech, so set up your appointment today by calling 308-384-3852, 308-384-3852. That's the Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
Tomorrow is Thursday. It is the third Thursday, and that means it's shopping and sipping time at Rustic and Red in Cozad, Nebraska.
Yeah, it's something they do every third Thursday of the month, and that's tomorrow. They'll be open from 10 until 7. There will be discounts in the store all day long, and then when you get to the latter part of the afternoon, beginning at 4, that's when the sipping begins. So enjoy the sip and shop. Be listening for more details on specials. Also, make sure you check out their Facebook page at Rustic and Red. That's where they keep you up to date with their new arrivals coming in. They got a lot of new fall stuff that has arrived now at Rustic and Red, so check that out. And they'll update you on the third Thursday details. Just go to Rustic and Red on Facebook. Make it a girls' night out, a date night, or just come and browse while enjoying a signature cocktail. It's the Sip and Shop tomorrow at Rustic and Red in Cozad, open 10 to 7. The sipping starts at 4 tomorrow.
We mentioned that the Midplanes Rodeo coming to town. Here's a little information about it.
Mid-States Finals Rodeo is in Broken Bow at the Custer County Fairgrounds this weekend. Enjoy 3 action-packed rodeo performances on Friday, September 17th through Sunday, September 19th. Friday is Veterans Night. All servicemen and women, past or present, can enjoy free admission. Both Friday and Saturday, gates open at 6 with rodeo time at 7. Both nights also have live music at 10 p.m. Friday, jam out to the James Lee Band, and Saturday's music is by Shooter Jacks. Sunday, gates open at noon, and rodeo kicks off at 1. Grab the kids, neighbors, and friends and head on out to the Custer County Fairgrounds for the Mid-States Finals Rodeo this Friday through Sunday in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Governor Gavin Newsom thanks California voters after yesterday's recall election.
Tonight, I'm humbled, grateful.
He'll remain in office despite criticism over the way he's handled the pandemic. The State Department is condemning today's missile launch by North Korea. South Korea staged its own launch hours later from a submarine. Reporter Alex Jensen is in Seoul.
South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff says it maintains a full readiness posture in close cooperation with the U.S.
It could be the largest sex abuse settlement in history. Here's CBS's Stacey Lynn.
Former Boy Scouts of America insurer Hartford Financial Services Group must pay $787 million into the fund, established for the more than 82,000 survivors who say they were molested decades ago by Scout leaders. In a separate settlement, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints will fork over $250 million.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Starting with college football news, Fox Sports Radio's Dan Patrick says a source told him there's mutual interest between USC and current Penn State football coach James Franklin for the Trojans' head coaching vacancy. Well, in baseball news, the defending World Series champs are back in the postseason. Dodgers clinched a playoff spot with last night's 8-4 win over the Diamondbacks. LA remains 2.5 games behind San Francisco for the NL West lead. Giants beat the Padres 9-1. San Diego has now lost 5 straight games and falls to a game out of the final NL wildcard spot, now occupied by the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals edged the Mets 7-6 in 11 innings, while the Reds lost to the Pirates 6-5 Pittsburgh. So St. Louis now has a half-game lead on Cincinnati for that final NL wildcard spot. Braves and Phillies both lost, so Atlanta's NL East lead over Philly remains 4.5 games.
Here's your weatherology forecast.
For today, look for mostly sunny skies. We'll work up to a high temperature of 81 degrees. Winds becoming breezy from the south. Then for tonight, mostly clear. We'll drop back to a low of 64. Abundant sunshine on Thursday, trending hotter with highs approaching 90. Then a chance for showers and storms Thursday night and into your Friday morning with Friday's highs back in the low 70s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Were you in church last Sunday? As followers of Jesus, aka Christian, Jesus says, "You are my witnesses." When you do not attend church on Sunday, your witness to family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors says something was more important than spending time in worship. So plan now to attend this week, or is there something more important? This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
59 degrees outside, 9:03 is your time. Couple more things to do, and then we're going to go to Ansley, so stick around.
Here it comes. Junk Jaunt Weekend, September 24th, 26th, and 26th. Pick up your shopping guide available at these locations and get jaunting. Trotter's Truck Plaza, Trotter's Woe and Go Downtown, The Grocery Cart, Runs Up, Pump and Pantry, Evans Feed, and the Tumbleweed Cafe. You can also get more details and information at junkjaunt.com. Junk Jaunt, there's nothing like it, with 570 registered stops. Check out the whole route September 24th to the 26th.
GK Wine and Spirits is happy to stock the items you know and like and new things to try. Boulevard Brewing 6-packs $7.48. Bud or Bud Light 20-packs just $16.98. Save on Jack Daniel's Whiskey 750s $25.98. Or pick up Smirnoff Vodka, available in 15 different varieties for $13.98 each. 3-liter Barefoot box wines are $15.98. GK Wine and Spirits, open Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays from noon until 10. Inside the Grocery Cart, Broken Bow.
Central Nebraska's Sports Source presents live coverage of area high school football. Join us on Thursday night this week as we'll be in Dunning when Sandhills Thetford takes on Twin Loop. You'll be able to hear the game live on KBBN 95.3 FM and on the web at kbbn.com. Kickoff for the game between Twin Loop and Sandhills Thetford is scheduled for 7 o'clock Thursday night. Live coverage of area high school football this year is being brought to you by these businesses that you'll hear on all of our sports broadcasts this year. They include the Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Arrow Seed, Team Physical Therapy, Meade Lumber, Custer Federal State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Trotter Service, Shelter Insurance, Brent Custer, A to Z Lawn Pro and Landscaping, Squire Septic Service, Agland ATV, Bruning Bank, and Sargent Irrigation. It's live coverage of high school football, Sandhills, Thetford, and Twin Loop this Thursday.
All right, we're going to go to Ansley here in just a little bit. And before we do that, we want to let you know what's showing at the Fox Theater here. I should say theaters here in Broken Bow.
Yes, a lot of great movies here at the Fox Theater yet for the next couple of days, and then certainly Friday going into the weekend. One of the big blockbusters right now is the newest Marvel movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And it is showing yet this week, and then we'll continue Friday through the weekend on into next week as well. So check it out, the new Marvel movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, showing at the Fox Theater. Now, there's a couple of movies that are going to be ending their run tonight and tomorrow. So if you haven't taken the kids to see Paw Patrol, you need to do it tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be ending its run soon at the Fox Theater. Actually, it looks like showtime tonight at 7. So that's going to be your chance to check out Paw Patrol if you want to take the kids to that. And then on Thursday, tomorrow night at 7, it looks like the movie Respect, the biopic movie of Aretha Franklin starring Jennifer Hudson. That's going to end its run tomorrow. So if you want to check out those two movies, there's still a couple of nights left to do that. Then as we go into Friday, into next week, you've got some a new movie coming in, and then another movie which will continue on. The movie that will continue on is Malignant. That will continue to show Friday into next week as well. And if you're a fan of Clint Eastwood, Clint is back on the screen again, and he's going to be starring in Cry Macho. And they're going to premiere it for you on Friday at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. So if you want to see 89 now, right, Clint Clint Eastwood, 89 years old. If you want to see Clint punch somebody at 89 years old, make sure you check out Cry Macho. That'll be coming up and beginning on Friday, running through the weekend into next week, all at the Fox Theater right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. They also have some great movies coming up. The animated sequel to The Addams Family is coming soon. Also, the new Venom movie, Let There Be Carnage. That'll be coming up as well. So to check everything out, just go to their wonderful website. It's watchthefox.com. You can check out all of the show times, what is showing, when it's showing, and what's coming up, all at the Fox Theater. And don't forget, thanks to the Nebraska State Bank, they always do the free popcorn Tuesday night at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow.
8 past the hour of 9 o'clock. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Now, we're going to be going to Ansley. First of all, I believe we're at Sun Valley Landscaping, and Gavin and Christy are standing by. And they're also going to be Facebook Live broadcast of this as well. So it's going to be on the radio and on Facebook Live. And I think what we'll do then, just to make sure we're not interrupting, Brent, because neither one of us actually understand how all this works, and we don't want to interrupt their Facebook. So if you'll go to Sandhills, you're on Sandhills Express Facebook, and you want to watch this, we're going to discontinue the studio broadcast to make sure you pick up the Facebook Live broadcast from both Sun Valley Landscaping and Olivia's Boutique in Ansley. So we'll stop this that you're watching now, but there'll be a new screen pop up in just a moment on Sandhills Express, on YouTube, and on Twitter.